All right. Hey, am I co-host or just you, Carly?
You know what? I can make you guys both the co-host. We'll do that now. But we're recording, so officially, like, go ahead and do the intro while I'm getting that ready.
All right, guys. Well, I'm super excited to, first of all, to have all of you guys on. Like, you all have worked super hard, and you earned this call. So first of all, give yourself a pat on the back. All of you guys are rising leaders on our team, and we're blessed to have all of you guys. Hold on, there we go. Yeah, we're blessed to have all of you guys on the team. So thank you guys for all of your hard work. This has been a record month that we've had so far, and we still have about 11 days left in the month. So first of all, super proud of you guys. With that being said, I don't want to take up too much of everybody's time, but we have a very special guest on this call tonight. And I asked my good friend Tony if he would do this for us, because I was trying to think of all the best leaders in the industry, but not just leaders in the industry that I know, but also people that I would want to introduce my team to, because network marketing needs to be a safe place. And I want my team to learn from the best. But Tony is literally not only is he a great leader, but he's a great friend. He's just a great human being altogether. He's not getting paid to jump on this call and help us, but that's just the type of leader he is. You know, I feel like the more good stuff you put out in the universe, it's going to come back to you. And that's Tony teaches the same way that I do. So that being said, me and Tony, we were cross-line in a previous venture. He was a mentor to me and taught me so many things. And he went on to do he's doing amazing things in his company, but now he's actually training with in the GoPro with Mr. Eric Worre. And I know a lot of you guys know who Eric is. But yeah, Tony's been able to get on stage and teach thousands and thousands and thousands of distributors. I'll let him share his story, but I would say roughly he's probably making about $2 million a year. No big deal. I think that's like, that's incredible. But all that means is he's changing a lot of lives and he's raising up a lot of leaders. So with that being said, let me turn it over to you, Tony.
Hey, Glenn, thank you. I appreciate that awesome introduction. Carly, thank you for, putting this together with Glenn. It's so great to see everybody. Like, I love this profession, and I've been doing this profession. I'm 49 since I was 19 years old. I got to tell you this funny story because I used to work on my mom's taco truck. If you follow me, I'm a taco fanatic. And if you love tacos, just put in the chat tacos, or I love tacos because everyone I meet loves tacos. But I remember when my mom got her first taco. This is like the 80s now. Maybe some of you were born, some of you weren't. But this is like the first OG taco truck out there. And I love my mom because my mom was a secretary for an electric company. But my mom wanted more. Like, my mom's like, I need to do more. I need to show the family more. Like, I got to show them there's a better way. I got to show them they could be entrepreneurs if they choose to be. I got to show them a bigger vision for more than just getting by and working for somebody. And if you do that, that's great too. But my mom was like such an inspiration. So she got a Snap-on tool truck. And again, this is before there were any food trucks. It was us and the hot dog guy, if you know what I mean. And my mom got this Snap-on tool truck, and she gutted the whole thing out, put windows, put a grill on it, and we called it Tacos on Wheels. And we hustled, man, down. I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I live in Minneapolis now, but we hustled, and we were down there selling tacos and late nights at the bar scene in downtown Milwaukee. But my mom was like, "There's a better way. We can make money. We can do things." And I was just so inspired at a young age to go, you know what? Man, there's more to life. There's more I can do. There's more I can go and accomplish. And it was because my mom pushing me into that world. And, to this day, I remember seeing network marketing in 1993 for the first time. And my sister invited me and my mom to a meeting at the time. And I remember sitting there and I was just going, man, this sounds awesome. Oh my gosh, we can make how much money? And there was a guy my age, 19, that walked across the stage and he was like, I've been doing this for a couple months. I made a couple $1,000s last month and I don't even know what I'm doing, but I'm so excited and I'm just learning from the best. and I'm having a blast. And I remember going to my mom after the meeting. I said, you know what, if that kid can do it, he's my age, I know I can do it too. And I just remember getting started early on in the business, and I didn't have a lot of success. I like screwed this up for like 3 years. I didn't know what I was doing. I was trying to figure it out. But one thing that I did was I stayed around people that were making money, that were doing the business the right way, people I admired, respected, people that I would follow, people that they were just unbelievable at networking. And I'm like, you know what? I can't figure this thing out, but I'm going to learn from the best. And I kept learning, I kept growing, I kept doing. And, you know, I was the kind of guy that I didn't care. Like, I was so, like, talking about messy action and imperfect activity and just screwing things up. I was the best at that. But you know what I was good at is doing. I was good at growing. I was good at figuring it out. And I kept going to training after training after training early on in my business, because I knew this, like, I had to get better. Like, I had to figure this thing out. Like, if there was people showing me how to do this the right way, I was learning. So, you know, I usually show a slide. If I was showing slides right now, and I'd have a slide with about 150, 200 tags around my neck, you know, and I'd have them all around me, because I've been to probably about 500 trainings. And those are the trainings that I kept, you know, since I started this business. And why did I go to all those trainings? Why did I invest in myself? Why did I just pour money into me? Is because I knew I had to be the rock in my business. I had to be unshakable. I had to be unmovable. Like, I had to be the rock in my business, where people would stick to me like crazy, where people were like, man, I'm following this guy. I'm going places with him. Man, he is so solid. He never wavers. Like, he's not about the gossip, the drama. He's all about getting it done and figuring it out and doing the work. And I wanted to be that rock, and I was that rock. And I'm telling you what, you've got to look at yourself today and go, you know what? Am I the rock in my business? Am I the one that's unshakable? Am I the one that's unmovable? Am I the one that people find unity in my strength, being a rock? They want to be around me. They want to grow with me. And that's like the first tip I can give you, is you got to have the mental toughness in this business, because you guys all know you have highs, you have lows, you get challenged, you have good months, you have crazy months. You know, you have teams that come and grow fast and then they go away, or stuff happens, people quit, right? We get all that. But the mental toughness you need to have in this business is what it's all about. People say, why have you stayed around so long? You know, you're finally making money now. This is a great story for you, Tony, but why did you stay around for so many years when you made no money and you failed and you were just like, what the heck? It's because I had this mental toughness. And I knew that if I could just stay in the game long enough to figure it out, I'd win. I'd have success. I'd be the one in front of the room with the marker making the money. And that's one thing I live by. So here's the thing you have to understand in this business, is that when you develop this mental toughness, you're okay with, you know, how the business works. We all want a business that constantly grows. We all want a business that constantly just breaks records and teams go to new levels, and you know, you have all these rank advancements 24/7. Like, guess what? We get that in spurts in our business, but it's not going to happen 24/7 every single month. And you got to be okay with that. And once you're okay with that, you learn how to be a professional in this business. And you go, you know what? I get that. The first thing I can tell you is, everybody on this Zoom right now, 95% of your time needs to be prospecting and recruiting. I mean, that is the key to our business. People say, well, every company you've been in, Tony, and I've been in 3, like, what's been your key moment or your secret, or what's made you the person you are today? 1 is the mental toughness. 2 is we're always prospecting and recruiting. Like, that is so true to us. And I know one thing, like, leading in this business, doing what you're saying, you know, or teaching other people to do, getting the results, doing the activity, you know, making the asks, you know, showing people why you're so excited about what you're doing, having your verbal commercial like embedded in your brain. So every day you're talking about why people should join with you, what's happening in your business, all the stories that are going on, all the great things that are happening, what would happen to them if they joined you, what their business would look like in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, how much success they could have if they said yes today, and what that would mean to them, their family, the people around them. Like, all that is what you got to think about. You got to have in your, what I call your verbal commercial. But when you're prospecting and recruiting, I always thought of it like this. Like, people say, well, what is the secret to prospecting and recruiting? And I'll tell you, my secret is that I want to show the business every day in a professional, interesting, compelling way. Like, I could care less if people say yes or no. And I've always believed this, no matter what. Guess what? I can't control what someone says. I can't control what someone does. I can't control if someone gets excited. I can't control, if they go home and they talk to somebody, or, someone says this or says that. I can't control any of that. I can control this. Am I showing the business every day? Am I showing it the right way? And am I following up, with excitement, with stories, with here's what it looks like. If you get started with me today, here's what you're going to do. This is, if we want to help you make $500, $1,000 your first month, this is the rank we're going to get you to. These are the people you're going to enroll. This is how it's going to work. Like, I'm really good at that. Like, my big vision with people every single day when I'm talking to them is I want to make sure they know what's in it for them. I want to make sure, like, their biggest distractions, or things that are holding them back, or if they failed before in the profession, why they didn't win. Like, I want to make sure I answer that with my current company, with what I'm currently doing. And you got to look at that and say, hey, you know what? I get that before. That happens to a lot of people, but this is how it's going to change here. This is what it's going to look like here. And you got to have that down. So when you're following up with people just want to be led. People want to be shown that they can win, that they can make a little bit of money, that they can get their initial investment back from what they started with, that they can start, getting some customers, getting some recruits, that they can start plugging people into the system, into the culture, and they can start winning like crazy. That's all they want to know. So one, if I were to ask you how many people have you been prospecting and recruiting, what would you tell me today? Would you say, you know what? I haven't done much of that this month. I've been more in management mode, or, you know what? I'm working with my people more than I'm prospecting and recruiting, or, man, I'm just trying to motivate my team. So, I haven't been doing a lot of prospecting and recruiting. And here's what I would tell you. Like, if you want to motivate your team, you have to build a story right in front of them. You have to bring in some new people right in front of them. You have to go out there and create some new stories right in front of them, because that's the only way to motivate your people, your team, the people that you're working with, right? 3 things when it comes to recruiting. The 3 things I've done for a long time, it's made me a ton of money, is I recruit, just like I talked about. I recruit through my team, and I recruit through referrals. Those are the 3 things I do every single day. Again, I recruit through the team, and I recruit through referrals. So what I mean by recruiting is what we all know, right? You're doing it offline, online. I love, and I'll give you a free download Sarah and I did that is blowing up. And it's the 7 ways Sarah and I recruit every single day on social media. We've recruited now over 500 people. We probably get 1 good quality lead every single day. That's 30 good leads every single month from social media. And I'll talk about that in a little bit. But I mean, social media has been a blessing, as you guys know this. And, I talk to Glenn about it all the time. Social media has been great because you've been able to really go out there and build a brand and, tell your story and give value and share things with the world, right? And people share your stuff, watch your stuff. And, if you're doing reels, awesome. If you're doing lives, even better. If you're, posting and you're doing engagement stuff all the time, incredible stuff, right? If you're, doing quality commenting, that's a whole nother story. But I'll tell you what, if you're really connecting with people and, taking conversations, to DMs, to, offline, I'm telling you what, you're moving the dial. Like, I know this, people want connection today. They want people that can, really, care and, connect and show them, what's possible. I think today, I look at, social media, and I think it's just like this incredible tool we have. But I think the biggest thing to social media, it's not doing the perfect reel. It's not doing the perfect live. It's not doing the perfect post. It's not doing the perfect whatever. It's being consistent every single day. about a year ago, I started doing a reel every single day. And they were off. They were terrible in the beginning, and I didn't really care. Like, my big thing was I just got to be consistent, figure out how to get better, right? I mean, I think every day when you do something, you want to figure out how to do maybe a better, CTA at the end of your reel, or, better content or stuff that engages your audience more. But one thing I knew is this: if I could get into the rhythm of doing something every single day, I knew that I would be so much further ahead than everybody else out there. Because the one thing I know people can't do in this business is they can't be consistent. So one thing they can't do. And starting and stopping is killing people's business. Starting and stopping, it's just like the recipe for not having success in our business. Because what I do know is if you're consistent every day and you're putting out content and you're putting out, good stuff, and it gets better and better and better and better, people will engage, people will connect with you, people will follow you, people will share your stuff, people will ask you questions, people will want to know more about what you're doing, people want to know more about what you're selling, people want to know more about your brand or how you're building or who you're working with or the company you're with or all the great things that you're doing. It's just conversations. Everything we do is all about conversations. So if I were to ask you this question, is how many conversations are you having every day with new people, with people that you're meeting for the first time, that you're following up with a second time, that you're getting to know, that you're starting to build friendships with? I mean, we're recruiting people today. We've been with the company 10 years that we talked to 10 years ago. Now, people say, wow, it took you 10 years to get that person in? Yeah. There are some people we talked to 10 years ago that still haven't joined or bought anything from us. And that's okay too, because that's our business. But what I know is this: when you're consistent every single day and you're talking to people, somehow, some way, that will pay you tenfold. It just is the biggest payoff I can tell you. So people ask today, well, how to become a great recruiter? Start having conversations, start asking questions, start listening more, right? There's people out there today, and the majority of people I talk to every single day, they don't have network marketing experience. You know what? They're struggling. They're trying to figure out, something that they can do that they love, that they enjoy, that they can make money with, that they can meet people that inspire them, move them. They just get around an incredible community. They want, to feel better, live longer, get healthier. They want to just get stronger, right? These are the people that are out there every single day. And what they want is they want you. They want the real you. They don't want you to act like someone else, talk like someone else, be someone else. They want the real you. So if you can figure out what that looks like and you all have it right inside of you, you will become a recruiting machine. You will attract people to your business every single day, to your product every single day. This team is a winning team. You're with a winning company. You're with people that want to see you excel and grow and have fun and just really break out. And this is your moment. So when it comes to prospecting and recruiting, just know this, that you can do it as much as you want. You can have as much as you want. You can be whatever you want to be when it comes to prospecting and recruiting, but it's going to take you putting in the consistency of every single day, having those conversations, starting new conversations, getting people to look at something, right? You guys got great resources. You have great tools. You have great, third party, what I call documentation, that really sells your business, sells your product, sells the leadership, sells your company, sells your events. I'd be putting that information in front of people every single day. Hey, you got to see this. Oh my God, so-and-so just got started with me. Her background is similar to yours. You got to see this today because you got to meet her later today after you watch this. This is going to blow your mind, right? And when you keep it fun, when you keep it exciting, when you keep it really engaging, that's where people want to listen, they want to learn, and they want to hear more and then get started with you. So use your resources, because you guys got some of the best resources, not only tools, but people inside this team, inside this profession, inside this company. So use it more and more and more and more. And once you get really good at getting out of the way, because a lot of times people say, well, my business isn't growing, but I'm, talking to a lot of people. Well, you're in the way, typically, where you're not using the resources, you're not using the people that can help you tell the story better, edify you, tell what great things you've been doing, whether you've been in here a week, a month, 6 months, it really doesn't matter, right? But they have a chance then to edify you, which then takes your prospect and goes, wow, great company. I'm working with a great person that I met a couple, weeks ago on social media through a reel. Wow, their team is amazing. Wow, this community is great. Wow, this company is just extraordinary. Why wouldn't I want to do this? Why wouldn't I want to try this product? Why wouldn't I want to get started, right? So this is all that I consistently do. And people say, well, wow, you're still prospecting and recruiting after 10 years in your company? Absolutely, because I know that is what we do, and that is what we teach, and that is what keeps our business long term, because we build our business and sometimes we rebuild our business, and that's normal. That's part of the deal, right? Sometimes when you hit a rank and you want to go to a new rank, it's going to take a whole new group of people to get you to that new rank that didn't get you to the first rank you hit, but a new group will get you to that next rank. And that's part of our business. Like, you've got to look at where you're at today and go, you know what, if I'm here at this rank and I want to go to this rank, what do I need to do? Well, I need to recruit X amount of new people. I need this much new volume. I need to create new stories. I need to create just new business. So many people want to hold on to their existing team. I did this for years. I held on. You can't build an empire holding on to your existing team. You got to let your team go. You got to let your team grow. You got to let your team figure it out. But what you've got to do is you've got to have new business. You've got to have new stories. You've got to have new growth. One of the best things anyone ever challenged me with is this statement. They said, Tony, just be careful where you allow your story to keep you. And I says, what do you mean be careful where my story is going to keep me? It says, because you're a storyteller and you keep telling this story about your ex, about your accident, about your team getting raided. And that story is becoming your identity. That story is becoming you. That story is becoming who you are. And it's a story full of lies. Make sure your story is full of new growth and new excitement and new expansion to your team and new rank advancements and new stuff going on and an event that's happening. You filled it up. Not only with existing team, but new team. Make sure your story is vibrant. Make sure your story is about new, fresh, and exciting things happening. But sometimes we want to keep telling the story of old. And that story then defines us and it becomes who we are. And that's not really our story. So just watch what we tell ourselves. Watch what we say to ourselves. I was a big guy of saying, man, Tony, you stink. Tony, you suck. Tony, you can never get it going. I would say these things to myself, and I was wondering why my business wasn't growing. So just watch those words. Another thing is I'm a promoting machine. There's a big difference between announcing something and promoting something, right? And the best networkers, if I ever meet you and I follow you and I watch you and I see you just killing it, one of the best best things I can say to you as far as advice and something to you is that you are an incredible promoter. Like, promoters in this business are the best. Why? Because they learn how to promote everything like it's the last thing it's ever going to happen. Meaning, if there's a Zoom happening and it's for, an opportunity Zoom, and it's happening Friday night or Saturday night or Monday night or Tuesday night, and you go out and promote that thing like it's the last Zoom this team's ever going to do, like it's the last Zoom this company's ever going to have. Like, you've got to be on this thing. Oh my gosh. You can't wait. You got to meet this guy, Glenn. When he walks through this company and he shows you how this works, it's going to blow your mind. You're going to see something you've never seen before. You're going to experience something you've never experienced before. You're going to see how you can do this business part-time, make an extra $500, $1,000 a month, and you're going to have a blast doing it. We have systems. We have community, we have the product, we have the comp plan. It's going to light you up. You've got to be on this tonight. And guess what? Bring somebody with you, bring a friend with you, bring somebody with you. And you've got to really pour into them so that they know it's just not another Zoom, so that they know it's just not another event. So they know that's not just another product. So they know it's not just another thing happening. When you promote something versus announce something, the people around you will feel it. They'll know that it's special. They'll know that it's serious. They'll know that they need to be a part of it at that time, at that place, or it'll be the worst decision of their life. And it's the whole inclusion exclusion, right? When people want the inclusion in our business, they want to be a part of it. They don't want to miss out. They want to be, invited to that Zoom. They want to make sure they don't miss it. They want to have some guests there. And it's the whole of, I don't want to be excluded. I don't want to miss this. I don't want to know what's going to happen if I'm not on this thing and it goes down and I'm not there. Oh my God, what is going to happen if I'm not a part of this thing, right? People want the inside track. They want the inside scoop. They want the VIP treatment, right? And it's how we promote it. It's, again, what we say. It's how we say it. It's how we make them feel. It's how we get them to move, right? It's one thing I know is that if you can get 100 people to something, whether it's an opportunity Zoom, whether it's a big event, whether it's a new product launch and you're going to get 100 people to try it for the first time. But there's something called a rule of 100 in this business. If you get 100 people to an event or 100 people to try the new product or 100 people to show up on the opportunity Zoom that have never seen this before, as soon as you do that, I'm telling you what, your business will never look the same. It will have what I call some serious infusion in it, where people will join, people will share, people will get started, people will expand. People say all the time, man, I want a business that the sun never sets on. You guys are in Europe, you guys are over here, you guys are over there, you're all over the world. Guess what you got to do to get a business all over the world is you go hard local, you go hard nationwide, you go hard in these regional markets, and that gets you overseas. That gets you in these countries that, the company does business in. And guess what happens then? Now it's really exciting because now you have people working locally, you have people working in other parts of the world, and that's the best feeling in the world. But it starts with you being a promoting machine. So I don't know the next thing you guys got coming up, whatever that is, because the team's on point here is know that, what, I'm not going to announce it this time. I am going to promote it. I am going to be relentless. I am going to be the person that has more people on this Zoom and at this live event at, the company, yearly event. I'm going to be the one. And my goal is 100, because once you have 100, I'm telling you what, you'll never look back. You'll have a business that will grow like crazy. People want to make 6 figures, get 100 people to a major event inside your company. You'll make 6 figures a year, because that's how this business works. I remember when I got my first 150 people, I was making like 20,000, 30,000, 40,000. This was like 20 years ago. I was trying to figure this business out. I couldn't figure it out. And I was struggling like crazy. And then once I got so relentless about promoting, I said, you know what? There was a big event coming up. And I said, I would always drive. I have a van right back in the day, and we drive everywhere. I'd get 6 people in my van and we drive to this event, and I'd get all fired up, and my team with me would get all fired up. We'd come back and kick some butt. And I says, you know what? I'm doing something different. I'm getting 2 big buses, and I'm putting 50 people on every bus. So I got these 2 buses. I'm like, you know what? I put my credit card down. I got these 2 buses, and we were going at the time from Chicago all the way to California. And I says, we're going to make it a fun trip. We're getting these 2 buses. I filled those buses, with 50 people on every bus. And we went to this major event, and we came back, and I was making a couple grand a month. And my business went to $12,000 a month. And I never looked back inside that company, because I decided, instead of announcing and filling my van, I was going to promote this event and fill 2 buses. And once I did that, my whole business changed. So look at how you can become better at promoting, and how you can become better at really sharing your vision, sharing the company's vision, right? Sharing your team's vision, right? As you recruit through your team, you have team that's growing right now. Some of you have a handful of people, some of you have 20 people, some of you have hundreds of people, some of you have thousands of people. But recruit through your team. Who can you help get some people over the line? Who can you help inside your team get some people in, right? Figure out how you can recruit through your team. And then every day when someone tells me no, and I have someone tell me no every single day. Yes, every day someone tells me no, you're crazy, I'm not doing this. I say, hey, no problem. I appreciate that. I know you're in real estate. I'd love to help you, with any, and I really mean this. This is genuine from my heart, because I'm all about collaboration and connecting people and helping people win. I believe in like really putting good stuff out there, because there's something called karma in this world. And the more good you put out there, the more good that comes back to you. So bless people, help people, inspire people, right? Give them value, because if you give them value, it will come back to you tenfold, 100-fold, and you'll be blessed tremendously no matter what you're doing, but especially inside this company. So when someone says, you know what, I'm not interested, but I'm in real estate, I'm like, great. Hey, if there's anything I can do to help you, if I got some people looking for a home or someone wants to sell their home, I'd be more than happy to connect with you, but I need a favor. What? Hey, do you know anyone that's really good on social media? I know this is business isn't for you right now, but who can you refer me to that just love social media? They're always on social media. I'd love to have a conversation with them. And I'm asking referrals every single day. Every person I talk to on a daily basis, I'm asking for a referral every single day. There's not a day goes by that I don't ask for a referral, because referrals are what the world lives on. It's what we do every single day. It's like, it's not weird to ask for a referral. It's not weird. You know, people aren't like, oh man, you're getting me really uncomfortable now. No, it's what we all do. We all share, you know, our network is everything. Just remember that our network is everything, and we share our network with everybody. That's what we do. So if you can add value and help somebody, I'm telling you what, referrals come back. I mean, I have $1 million line today, one of them, because of a referral. And I think to myself, oh my gosh, if I wouldn't have asked this person 8 years ago for a referral, I would not have this million. Now it took, 8 years to develop this $1 million line, but it's kind of like, wow, I asked for a referral 8 years ago. That person said yes, gave me someone to talk to, and this is what it turned out to 8 years later. Now, it doesn't always happen that way, right? We know that. But if you're asking every single day, again, you're recruiting through your team, you're recruiting through referrals. Like that, those three things, and 95% of your time, in my opinion, right? You should be doing those three things every single day, because that's what it takes to build a business here and to stay here long term and to keep the fire going, right? People say, well, I want to be the fire. Well, if you're not the fire right now, you stay inside this team, because there's people inside this team that are the fire, and you'll become the fire if you're around the fire. That's how this business works. So 1, mental toughness, 2, recruiting, right? In prospecting, and 3, promoting everything. And then as I close this up tonight, it's like, here's what you got to understand. It's like our business is all about, it's hard work, it's mental toughness, it's doing the consistent work we teach every single day, but it's getting after it. The summer is the summer, right? Our biggest months, I was telling Glenn this earlier, have always been in July. Can you believe that? I have so many people I talk to. I love our profession. I have friends in, probably 50 different companies, top earners, people that just got started everywhere in between, all over the world. And, they're like, oh man, the summer's slow. Oh man, the summer's slow. I'm like, stop saying that. The summer isn't slow. Our best months every single year are in July. And I think the summers are the best time, because as people sleep, you get market share. As people vacation, you get market share. As people go and do other things, you get market share. Like people say, well, no one's doing network marketing right now. I don't believe that. That's your statement. That's your, train of thought. That's what you think right now. But I don't want to hear that, because people want to do network marketing right now. They want to buy products right now from a network marketing company, from you. They want to get started and do a business right now in the summer with you. All they're waiting for is you to follow up with them, have a conversation with them, ask them for a referral, and the ball gets moving. So know that this is your moment right now. Like, this is going to be your best summer. I'm putting it out there that you had inside your business. Like, this is it. This is your time. So, get after this thing. And, I love Glenn. You guys are just incredible. I've, watched Glenn for a long time. I respect him. I admire him. I just know that he is all about you. And what I mean by that, it's about pouring into you, but he's never going to tell you something he's not doing. He's always going to lead out. He's always going to do what he's telling you he's doing. He's never going to tell you something to do something he hasn't done, because that's not how he rolls. So just know that you have amazing leadership. You have a great company. You have phenomenal products. And the more you go out there and do, guess what? The more you're going to see the results. So in closing, I have, Sarah and I did a free resource giveaway. It's super generic on our website. it's just at sarahandtony.com. So SARAH and Tony.com. And it's 7 ways that Sarah and I get leads every single day on social media. And again, it's what I get 1 good quality lead a day from this. I get 30 good quality leads a month. And we talk about these 7 ways. It's a free download. So you can get it, you can download it, use it, it works. I'm just so happy we, spent about a year putting this together just from what we've done that works the best. And we'd love to share that with you. So if you'd like it, just go over to sarahandtony.com. You can download that for free and use it, get results with it, and just go hit it out the park. Go smash it this summer. I'm so happy that I got a chance to share with everybody. And you guys are awesome. Just mad love. And Glenn, with that, I'll pass it back to you, bro.
I'm kind of speechless, man. That was one of the best trainings I think I've ever been on. And again, like, you didn't have to do that. And like you said, when you put good things out in the universe, they come back. And I know my team is probably super fired up. The chat's like blowing up, and I'm excited. I'm going to put a lot of this to use. I was taking notes the whole time. So Tony, you're a great man, a great leader, a great friend, and I appreciate you so much. And thanks to you and this amazing team. We're going to go out and crush it this summer. But thank you. I appreciate you, man. Enjoy your
You got
summer.
it. Take care, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks for setting us up, Glenn. That's awesome. Appreciate you.
Dude, I didn't know it was going to be that good.
It's so good. It's so good.
Well, I'm
You guys,
ready to
I
get
got
into
stuff out of
action.
it too. Yeah,
Well-
2.5 pages of notes.
Well, one thing he said that I used to do that I forgot is, like, when you're talking to a prospect and they kind of like turn you down. Well, hey, who do you know that's a single mom that's, from home that could use some extra income? Who do you know that's great at social media? If you see somebody, could you pass them my way? And that usually gets to like, wait, and they start thinking about people, and then they end up turning in to being the ones to sign up. Like, I used to do that all the time, and I forgot all about that.
Well, and I used to do that too, and I would incentivize, because I'm one of those that always feels like I have to give something. So I'd be like, I'll give you, a couple samples if you send someone my way, or if you send a few people my way, I can, give you some free shipping or hook you up with some product, right? Depending on, what kind of leads and how many. So I love that. I thought it was really good. He said one thing, you guys, that was just like, yes, I want everyone to hear this. And it's not you guys, because you guys aren't doing this, but it's starting and stopping will kill your business. You guys, I can't tell you the reason that it took me, 4 years to do much in the industry is because I kept starting and stopping my darn business. And I let my emotions dictate when I showed up and when I decided that I didn't want to do it, or I let things get in my head, or if I was feeling emotional or hurt by like something, I would just be like, shutting down, or life's too busy. Like, we're all busy with family things, but little times where you can just plug in and be consistent. He said, what? Consistency is our superpower. Like, you guys, it doesn't have to be perfect. I've grown some business with some really crappy content. It's been really embarrassing. I look back, I'm like, oh boy,
And I don't know if y'all have seen my TikToks, but one time I was singing in the shower, like had the shower going on me. So it was the dumbest thing I ever did. But anyways, like, people thought I was being me, like I was being funny. Like you said, people are buying us. Let's don't try to pretend we're people that we're not. Like, I show up with a tank top to everything. I'm not like I'm who I am. Like, I'm the same person. And like, and people want to buy, they want leaders. Like, we show up all the time, and that's who people want to follow. If you start and stop, they're not going to follow you, like being consistent. I'm seeing people on Donna, Siobhan, sorry. Jen, like Andrew, dude, Andrew's never done network marketing. And he works 24/7, but he shows up 24/7. Like, that's what it's all about.
Absolutely. Well, this was awesome. So we need to do another, we got some directors on here too, but I say that we do another call, maybe even grab these directors that are engaged and wanted to do the thing, because you guys are awesome and we're so proud of you. And so these trainings are gold. And he said, keep them close to the fire, right? So let's keep that fire going, you guys. I talked to Aspen today. And I don't want to keep you guys, but I did talk to Aspen today, and she's like, Carly, if you knew how many people are looking at Bravely right now, how many leaders, but and then with all these other people like Bravenly hasn't, and she said this, Bravenly hasn't even hit momentum yet, you guys. Momentum's when the crazy stuff happens. We're not in momentum yet. Can you imagine what's going to happen when we actually hit momentum? And so many people are looking, you guys, all of the groundwork is being laid for some crazy growth. I know I want to seize that. Like that got me all like, ooh, I like went and made a reel just because I need to get some content out there. You know what I mean? I was so like, yes, yes, yes. I want us to be able to grab the people that are meant for our team and to grow. And one more thing, he said, and I amen this. This doesn't apply to you guys because you guys are here, you're engaged, you're rock stars, but you ever have those people that kind of drop off and you want to hold on to them? Let them go. It is okay. Let them go. If they're meant to be here, they'll find their way back. If they don't, well, you know what? You know, it's okay, because I can't tell you how many times and how much emotional space I've wasted being like, don't leave, but I love you. And I love my team so much. When they leave, it breaks my heart. But you know what? You guys let them go, because we're going to build something amazing with the people that are meant to be here, that want to be here. And again, we haven't hit momentum yet. Like, it's going to be insane. All right, I'm going to stop talking. Glenn, I'll let you close it up, and I'm going to go feed my kiddos because I'm a hot mess mom today. So
yeah. Thank you for helping me lead this, Carly. Guys, I'll let you guys go, but look, like Tony said, you know, I'm sure you guys have heard people say this is going to be a summer slow. Like, I've made $42,000 in 1 month, in the month of June before. Like, I hit vice president last July. Like, summer is not slow. And what I wrote down, what did he put on here? What did he say about like whenever people are sleeping, like, or hold on, what did he put? Oh, as people sleep, we get market shares. So there's people on vacation and people sleeping in June and July, but if we're not sleeping and we're showing up, those people are going to be signing up with us. So I mean, I'm going to Hawaii like on Friday. I just got back. When I went to Jamaica, I was still showing up, but I was on excursions. I mean, I wasn't showing up like typical Glenn, but people knew that I was there. And again, like, I'm going to Hawaii. I mean, I'm going to get up and do my power hour and stuff. And then I'm going to go hike a volcano and rappel down inside of it or something, you know, hopefully make it back outside to like do another power, like, even if it's just 1 hour per day, like these other people, like you said, are sleeping. This doesn't have to be a slow summer. And he said, promoting events. Like, I love, guys, a lot of you, like, I messaged multiple times to get on this because I knew it was going to be fire. Same with executive director school. Like, there's some executive directors that haven't even like signed up for it yet. Like, there's not another convention until February. Like, we have to get around the campfire. And if you're not to executive director, message me and let's get in some massive action and get you there by the end of July. It can happen. You do not want to miss executive director school. There's a Zoom tomorrow night that me and Angela Campbell's doing at 6:30, an opportunity call. If you promote it like it's nobody's business, you're going to load it up and you're going to get people sign up. And then there's going to be another one on the next night. So I love how I talked about promoting events, whether, even if it's a Zoom, whether it's, this is going to be the last Zoom on planet Earth, right? So I could talk all night. He fired me up so much. Like, I literally want to talk all night, but I'm excited. Hope you guys are excited and it fired you up. But
guys.
Yeah. Oh, Kristen and Jen's going to be doing the opportunity meeting on Wednesday. So heck yeah, Tuesday. And then Carly's doing one Are you going to do the one Thursday morning?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's the plan.
So look, this week we have tons of stuff to plug people into, promote it like it's the last Zoom on planet Earth. And there's still 11 days left in the month. Donna's getting close to senior director. Siobhan's getting close to vice president. Lori probably could hit senior director this month. Like, all of you can do whatever you want. There's 11 days left, but if we promote everything like it's the last thing on earth, and we message every person and we have conversations and we take it to like a personal phone call, and then we get out of the way and we introduce them to me and Carly and your leaders, we can be unstoppable. But all right, love y'all. Hope y'all have a great night. Bye, everybody.